Hey guys, it's Rob here and welcome back to another video. In this video, we have a pretty wide range of topics to talk about today. We have some more Nintendo Switch 2 stuff to talk about, but we also have some Zelda Echoes of Wisdom behind the scenes information as well, which is pretty cool. I've always enjoyed the insight behind the scenes of these games, from Zelda to Mario to Donkey Kong and so on. Platinum Games also seem to have lost somebody, so we're going to cover that as well. And even Capcom coming out and saying some pretty interesting things about bringing other IPs back, which is really exciting. And other gaming news. If you guys end up enjoying this video, leave a like and of course subscribe, and make sure you have that notification bell on because YouTube doesn't always like to bring you my videos, which would suck if you do want to be kept up on the latest gaming news, especially the Nintendo Switch 2. And my Twitter account is RoboRob93 if you want to follow me over there and interact with me. So the Nintendo Switch 2 has been in the news a lot for a lot of things, especially when it comes to accessory manufacturers. We have places like D-Brand, Satisfy, and even other manufacturers sending people emails talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 and giving us a good look at some of the parts of the Nintendo Switch 2. Recently, we just talked about a Nintendo Switch leak that gave us details on different parts of the Nintendo Switch 2, and some of them are featured in those manufacturer or accessory manufacturer pictures. Things like the C button. And now the same leaker that's responsible for the Nintendo Switch 2 leak that recently happened has come out and said some more information when it comes to the release of it, and also some other things. Things like the Nintendo Switch 2 dock, which is really interesting. A lot of people are wondering, is the Nintendo Switch 2 dock going to actually have something inside it to upscale the games? I think the answer might actually surprise you a bit, because it kind of did surprise me. This is what they say. So over on Twitter, Pori Leaks, who covers Nintendo Switch leaks and other leaks, said this: maximum salt warning. Alleged Nintendo Switch 2 leaker provides more context. A thread. There is no external GPU contained in the docking station. No external protrusion on the Switch 2 game cartridge. And this is what the post said from that. No nub, the game cartridge slot is the same size, but I didn't see games. I've been told that there is something in the teeth section that prevents it from going in the original Nintendo Switch. So actually that right there confirms that there is gonna be special Nintendo Switch 2 cartridges then. Now of course this Nintendo Switch leak could be fake, and there's more to that, which we'll get to it very soon, but one thing I do want to point out before we do that is that if this does come true, that means there's going to be Nintendo Switch 2 exclusives, which does make a lot of sense. Some games just can't run on the Nintendo Switch, or either that or they can't run at an acceptable rate. Eventually you're going to get to that point, so I can see Nintendo Switch 2 cartridges, especially when it comes to memory on those cartridges for certain games, being exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2, which would suck for people who own the Nintendo Switch, the original one. But anyways, continuing, the Switch 2 comes in one uniform color. Tablet and Joy-Con are the same color, so the whole thing is the same color. Now they do also talk about the joystick. One thing that was always a problem with the original Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons is Joy-Con drift, which it seems like it might have been fixed. The post says this: engineer confirmed it's a Hall effect joystick. They feel the same to me, but the sticks are Hall effects, so drift solved. And if that's the case, again, if this ends up being real in the first place, that is immensely huge. I don't know why I said it like that. That's fantastic. That's what I'm trying to say. I had to buy a new Joy-Con because of Joy-Con drift. So speaking from personal experience, I'm glad that this is going to be fixed. Potentially anyways. I mean, even if this is fake, Nintendo has to fix that problem. Now when talking about whether or not this is the final retail product and it's not just some kind of earlier version of what they were able to get, the source said this is actually the final retail unit. Now as for what's included with the Joy-Cons, it says that the wrist straps are actually included. Now when it comes to the release date of the Nintendo Switch 2, we've seen so many different things. We've heard March, we've heard February, we've just been all over the place. According to this Nintendo insider, again, if it's real in the first place, he was asked, do you know the release date? And he said mid-March is what I've been told, but this is not from a first-party source. And that is all the information. If you guys want the other information from this very same source, click the top right corner of this video and you'll be brought to that video. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff. It's gonna be interesting to see if this does end up being real, because Mario Kart 9 on the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2 would be immensely beneficial for just selling consoles for the Nintendo Switch 2, especially if there's anything extra that's only in the Switch 2. But with that being said, what do you guys think about that in the comment section below? Let me know what you guys think. And moving on to some really exciting news, because the implications for this are immense. I mean, I'm really excited because there's one game I hope Capcom ends up bringing back, because they're talking about dormant IPs, okay? And there's a lot of dormant IPs that Capcom has that are really cool. Specifically one that I really want to come back, but we'll get to it. But anyways, this is what Stealth40k over on Twitter has to say. Capcom says they are focused on bringing back dormant IPs. In addition to regularly releasing major new titles each year, Capcom is focusing on reactivating dormant IPs that haven't seen a new title launch recently. I hope this means that Capcom is taking a serious look at Mega Man, Ace Attorney, and Breath of the Fire. And look, those are fantastic and all, but Capcom also made Viewtiful Joe. Viewtiful Joe has been dormant for so long, and it just holds up really well. And the interesting thing about that when it comes to Viewtiful Joe and the studio behind it, not just Capcom but also Clover Studio, is that Clover Studio just announced an Okami sequel with Hideki Kamiya. So it's not like they're just not making games or not making games that much. No, they are full on back. So this is a possibility that we could end up getting a new Viewtiful Joe. I'm sure we'll get a ton of other games coming back as well, but Viewtiful Joe, for me personally anyways, is something that I've always wanted to get a new game. As not only just a movie buff, but someone who loves to play action games as well, like beat 'em ups. Which reminds me, I still gotta pick up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Power Ranger game too eventually, but anyways, that's besides the point. This means that Viewtiful Joe has a chance to come back. Let me know what kind of games you guys would want to see come back or just be more prominent when it comes to releases from Capcom. I would love for not just like regular Mega Man, but Mega Man Battle Network, new games in that series. That would be pretty cool. We just got that remaster, which again, that's another, ooh, you know what? I'm gonna pick that up for Christmas actually. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. I am really excited about this because there's a lot of just fantastic Capcom games that just haven't seen the light of day in a long time. Well, not games, but IPs. So it's pretty exciting news. I mean, just the fact that we got Okami is big in and of itself. So if we can get Okami, I just wonder, like, what else can we get, right? And moving on to the behind the scenes look at some of the things about The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. This is what Nintendo Everything has to say. Now, it's pretty interesting on why they made that choice, and I actually kind of like that they did this. Essentially, they made no fall damage because they wanted players to experiment with the different abilities and different things that you can do in The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, which I think is fantastic. I think that's one of the strengths of the game, and not just that game, but games like The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. While those do have fall damage, I'm more of talking about the experimental side of those games. I actually love those type of things, not just from a standpoint of just different abilities and stuff. I really like when you're able to experiment with things. That's why I love MMOs and just even looter shooters that have all of these different effects and you can combine them to create a pretty cool build. That's why I'm really enjoying Dragon Age Veilguard, because there is some build diversity in that game and I'm really enjoying that and testing different things. The story, not really catching me. I more of like the interconnected stories that happen in each area more so, but I'll talk about that in my first impressions or my thoughts so far video. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. But yeah, pretty cool to see that they were gonna put fall damage in the game. Would you guys like fall damage in The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom? Would you want that danger of possibly taking damage, or are you happy that they didn't put fall damage in The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom? Personally, I'm glad that they didn't put fall damage, though I guess I haven't got too far in the game because another game came out and I got interested in that, so I still gotta go back and play. But from what I played, which was literally just the intro, it's probably good that they didn't put fall damage in. Assuming so anyways. Again, I only got through the beginning and then things got busy in life and then another game came out and then I focused on that game and I kind of forgot about it. I've actually played more Mario and Luigi Brothership than Echoes of Wisdom now that I think about it. And the last topic is gonna be a rumor apparently. Multiple Platinum Games veterans may have left the studio. I thought it was news at first, but I'm correcting my sentence in the beginning of this video. It's a rumor. So this is what my Nintendo News has to say on this. Platinum Games is known for being a studio behind the Bayonetta games, as well as such as titles as Wonderful 101 and Nier Automata. Their most recent game, Bayonetta Origins Syriza and the Lost Demon, was released a year ago. However, if this new rumor is to be believed, things at Platinum Games may not be going well. It's been discovered on Reddit last month that Kenji Sato, Takashi Tara, and Masaki Yamanaka, and Tanari, I don't know how to say the first name, have all removed any mention of Platinum Games on their social media accounts. Not only that, but Tanari has recently confirmed that he was removed, and it seems that he's moved out of Japan entirely. Because of all this, there have been suspicions from fans that Platinum Games have lost multiple veterans. No official confirmation on any departures have been stated yet, so far for now. It's mainly just a rumor and speculation. If there are any updates about this, we'll let you know. So just keep your eye out on that. I don't know why that would happen. Maybe creative differences, maybe something happened. I don't know. I don't really know too much about the inner workings of Platinum Games, but this would probably affect development, I would assume, if some of the veterans have left. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. But anyways, that is the last topic for today, guys. Make sure you guys tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.